If you're using Stripe to collect payments, you already know you're losing close to 3% on every single transaction. On 100K in monthly revenue, that is $3,000 walking out of your pocket every 30 days. That's $36,000 a year. You're basically paying for a brand new Tesla Model 3 every single year just in payment processing fees. And if you're an American business selling to European customers, add another 2% to 2.5% on currency conversion and foreign cards fees. Now, we're talking nearly 5% total on every European transaction. On 500K monthly with half your customers in Europe, that's an extra $5,000 per month and $60,000 per year, just evaporating into currency conversion fees. And let's not forget, Stripe holds your money for 7 days. So you're also dealing with cash flow problems that should be their problem and not yours. No wonder every digital entrepreneur I talk to is constantly searching for alternatives to this. Let's call it what is it? Highway robbery. So what if I told you there's a simple alternative and it's the same one used by Iman Gazzi and Dean Graziosi, along with other major digital entrepreneurs? Would I have your attention? Because that's exactly what this is. And in this short video, I'll show you how you can dramatically cut your processing fees just like they do, starting as early as next month. Since these next few minutes should be worth tens of thousands of dollars to your business every year, I'd encourage you to pay close attention. If you run an agency, consulting business, coaching program, SaaS with recurring payments or any e-commerce store, at some point this truth has crossed your mind. These fees are way too high. I talk to entrepreneurs every single day, and you know what pattern I see? Almost everyone tries to negotiate with their gateway. Some, when they hit significant volume, manage to squeeze out a 2.7% or 2.5%. Not bad. But what about currency conversion for European customers? That stays locked at 2% on Stripe, untouchable. Plus, Stripe pays you after 7 days. This is the system everyone accepts as normal, but normal doesn't mean right. And it definitely doesn't mean optimal for your business. Now, some of you might be thinking, what about iWallex? They offer a payment gateway and a bank account in one. Fair point, but here's what they don't tell you upfront. iWallex charges around 3.15% to work across both US and European markets. And whether you're processing US or European transaction, their fees stays the same. That's a key distinction. iWallex uses one unified gateway that doesn't differentiate between markets. The convenience of their banking feature comes at a steep processing cost. You might be thinking that's just how payments gateway work. No. They don't all work that way. There's now an alternative, a gateway that costs less, pays you faster, and completely eliminates currency conversion fees, even when you're selling to customers across the globe. I know this sounds too good to be true, so let me get straight to the point. The gateway is called Whop, and Iman Gazzi is a partner and strategic investor. Now, here's something that addresses the biggest objection I hear, but I have thousands of customers with their card saved on Stripe. Switching would be like a nightmare. Whop has solved this. They can migrate your saved cards directly from Stripe to their platform. That means your recurring customers, whether you have 1,000 or 100,000, keep their seamless checkout experience. No friction, no lost conversions, no re-entry card details. This is a massive competitive advantage that very few gateways can offer, and it's available right now. Standard Whop offers 2.7% commissions. That's already better than Stripe's 2.9%. But here's where it gets interesting. This is where I come in. GloboBanks has built an exclusive partnership with Whop. I'm not talking about a discount code or an affiliate deal. I'm talking about months of negotiations with the owners that resulted in a contractual agreement that no one else has, with conditions they don't give to anyone else. Now, I have to be upfront with you about something. The processing fee we've negotiated with Whop is so low that we're contractually not allowed to share it publicly. Whop doesn't want the market to know just how far they're willing to go for the right partners. What I can tell you is this is the lowest fee I've ever seen in payment gateways. significantly lower than what you'd get going directly to Whop, and dramatically lower than Stripe. When I tell entrepreneurs the actual number in our private consultations, their reaction is always the same. Wait, that's actually possible? Yes, it is. But you'll have to contact us to find out exactly what is it. What I can share publicly is everything else in the deal. Processing fees dramatically lower than Stripe. The exact rate will be disclosed in private consultation. Completely eliminate currency conversion fees versus the 2.5% on Stripe. Get paid in 2 business days instead of 7 days. Migrate your Stripe saved cards seamlessly, zero friction for your existing customers. And here's something crucial. If you're selling to European customers, Whop is significantly more competitive in the European market compared to Stripe. While Stripe punishes you with conversion fees and foreign currencies, Whop treats European transactions as first-class citizens. If you have clients in Germany, in the UK, France, Spain, Italy, or anywhere in Europe, the savings compound dramatically. We're talking about eliminating that entire up to 2.5% currency conversion fee on every single European transaction. For a business doing $500K monthly with significant European exposure, the currency conversion savings alone can represent like more than $60,000 in additional profit annually. And that's before we even factor in the lower processing fees. Let me show you what we can share in a side-by-side comparison. So from one side we have Stripe that the processing fees are 2.9% plus 30 cents per each transaction. And then there is Whop without our introduction that has introduction fees of 2.7% plus 30 cents per transaction. And then there is for sure Whop, thank you to our introduction, that is very lower than the 2 we seen before, but like I said, let's talk and we are going to let you know in a dedicated call the exact fee that we can provide to you. Then, talking about the currency conversion, Stripe has 2 up to 2.5% on currency conversion for European clients, for example, and the Whop, with or without us, has no conversion commission, so this is very better than Stripe, for example. The payout times with Stripe is like 7 days, and with Whop is about just 2 days. And with Whop, for sure, you will have the Stripe card migration. So all the cards you have saved on your Stripe account about your clients can be migrated to Whop in a very easy and quick way. And as I told before, the European market rates with Whop are much more better than Stripe. And the commissions for European market with us, okay, with Whop, thank you to our introductions, are even better than the commission that usually Whop offer to their clients. Say you process like $100,000 a month with 40% coming from European customers. On Stripe, you're paying roughly like $2,900 in processing fees plus $1,000 in currency conversion. That's like $3,900 per month. With Whop, through GloboBanks, the currency conversion disappears entirely. That's $1,000 a month saved right there, that like $12,000 a year. And the processing fee, let's just say when you hear the number, you'll understand why Whop asked us not to share it publicly. The total saving will make your accountant very happy. If you're into watches, we're talking Rolex Daytona territory in annual savings if you have significant volume. But I'll let you discover the exact numbers when we are going to talk. Now, for those of you running e-commerce on Shopify, and I know there are a lot of you doing serious volume, we have something very special. Whop has just released a plugin called Lasso that integrates directly with Shopify. Your checkout stays beautiful, exactly as your customers expected. Here's the breakdown by volume. $500K per month, we can negotiate Lasso's fee downs to 0.5% from standard 1%. Combined with our exclusive Whop rates, you're beating Shopify payments. Now, if you were a completely irrational entrepreneur, you'd already be reaching out to book a call. But we're not machines, And I know exactly what you're thinking. Where's the catch? Why can't you just tell me the fee? I get it, it's frustrating, but here's the reality. Whop negotiated these terms with us on the condition that we don't broadcast them. They don't want every gateway shopper to know just how aggressive they're willing to be on pricing. It would undermine their standard pricing structure. What I can promise you is this: when you hear the actual number, you won't be disappointed. Every entrepreneur who's gotten on a call with us has had the same reaction, genuine surprise at how low it is. And here's what else I can tell you. You won't pay GloboBanks, you pay Whop directly. I won't ask you for a single dollar. All these favorable conditions I've described here are completely free to you, simply by switching to Whop through my introduction. Whop compensates me, not you. Why is it this possible? Well, because Whop has decided to compete aggressively, but they want to avoid problem clients. So they offer premium conditions only to businesses above a certain revenue threshold, validated by partners who can perform due diligence. That's exactly what GloboBanks does. If you want to find out exactly what rate we've negotiated, and trust me, it's worth a quick chat with us just to hear the numbers, so follow the instruction below this video. If you're paying high commission to Stripe, if you have European customers and you're losing 2% or more on every transaction, if you're tired of waiting 7 days to access your money, if you have a Shopify store doing more than $500,000 and want to optimize costs, if switching gateways seemed impossible because of saved cards, if you're curious what the lowest fee we've ever seen actually means in numbers, so book a call. We're the only ones who can offer you these conditions, and the only way to find out exactly what they are is to turn to us.